G'day, another Minecraft Monday. We have not visited our map room in its entirety in over a year. I think it was September 2024. So I thought I'd do a Towerland Mapwall update for 2025, seeing that we're so close to the end of the year. And so let's do that. Again, we're going to look at a regional map first, and then we're going to look at the map that keeps going and keeps going. 65,000 blocks of map. Okay, well that's how large my world is, and we're gonna check that out. But for now, let's look at the regional map. So of course, we have Jaquila, which I mentioned, which is my most western jurisdiction. Now you might say, hey, I thought according to your lore you couldn't go west of here. Well, we recently found out that up here, the Redlands have settled um, two villages in this area, and I didn't even know that. My friend was like, "Oh yeah, I put some villages here and there." So we're gonna make a note in our lore that we've just found that out, which is why we're locating there, because we figure, well, if they've broken it by two, then we're gonna break it by two, and so we're gonna locate here. We still haven't figured out where the other one is gonna be. Probably somewhere here. We don't know yet. So we still have to explore down here and here as well, as you can see. So, but anyhow, this is Satigo. That's Casta. The Towerland region is here, and then of course, in order to get through, this is the canal, which we're going to be checking out next week, which takes you from the Western Ocean to the Central Ocean. And then, of course, you go up here and you can cut across here to take you to the Northern Ocean. And then from there, yeah, we don't even know what's up there. So, and then from there, this is Cross. This is Dunbar. This takes you over through a bunch of seas to the Eastern Ocean, which is massive. And we're actually, I think we've already cut a route through here. And so we're going to be exploring up here and basically where we can get up here and back down here. So that'll be interesting. I haven't even checked that out yet. Like the map's so huge that I've explored. So, which I'm loving it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. But anyways, and so you can go through here. I haven't even explored down there. And then you can explore up here, and not sure if this links up there or even to here, but we're planning on building a canal through here. This is still not done because this area, the mountains are really high. And so cutting through there is taking me a long time. Once I get through here, I got to cut through there. Once I cut through there, I think this is not as high. And then once I cut through here, this is pretty much easy. I've also thought about cutting down here, but I think that's going to take me longer. So, um, and again, the lore is that's always going to have been there for a while. And it was cut a while ago, but for now it doesn't even exist. So, and then of course we go all the way here to here. Um, Not sure what's up here, but we have a canal which you can sort of see, which goes all the way down. Eventually, it's going to link up here, and then it's going to link up here. And of course, this is where the orange lands start. So they start in and around here. This is another nation, in case you don't know my lore of my nations. And so they go down, and then, God, don't know where this leads, so we're hoping it goes down here to this area. And then we're hoping from here we can somehow get to this ocean, because once we get to this ocean, then we can just sort of cut through. And this is such that I'm sure I could cut through here, and then once we've made it here, we're pretty good, because this originally was all sea route from this point on. There's been a road added now, which you've seen, and this cuts through here and through here, and oh yeah, up through here, and I'm trying to make sure I go the right way because it's been a while. And then this is my village, which is about, I want to say 59,000 blocks or so. I can't even remember. And then, of course, we got to figure out a way from here to here. Um, but yeah, that's a huge regional map. So that's my regional map. That shows my 65,000 block west east lands. And now we're going to check out this. So this is the Casta Meads Metropolis. This is my stadium. This is like the Eiffel Tower sort of thing, which I didn't build that. Somebody else did, or I don't know if they might have imported it. I don't even know, because I have other people working on this world. Um, we have our sort of perimeter road here, which is the farthest we're supposed to go. Actually, it's a little bit further. It's here, so we've started building like a wall, and then we're gonna build a road next to it or whatever. But so this goes all the way up, and then you keep going along the Emerald Highway, and I think this is Bankview, which one of our many cartography areas, and then it keeps going. And yeah, this is our, I don't even know what the cartography center is in the north, but that's this. And this is slowly mapping this whole area out. Anywhere you see maps is going to be located here. As you can see, you got a pillager's tower here. So I want to set it up so that eventually we can attack it with like catapults and whatever, because I think that would be cool. And then if you reset it, similar to what I have in my stadium. So I have it set up so that you can attack, people can attack one another in the stadium, and then you can press a button, everything resets as there's basically a new area about 40 blocks down, which basically is copied and pasted into the stadium. The stadium, well, hold on. Let's get there. Okay. So this is my Golden Highway, which is my main highway, and it crosses here and goes across here and here. And there's a lot of different cities along the way. This is my Towerland, which is my capital region. This is the Red Highways. This is the port of Towerland. So this is where a lot of my boats start from or have this year. Although going forward, a lot of them are going to start from the Central Ocean, but I'll cover that later. This is the Redlands Road, which again, as I said, I can't go from Satigo to Watobia, which was last week's video, because you got this highway here, and I really don't feel like starting a war. So what I did instead was I took their lands further to the southwest, and I made, there was a river that went through and sort of cut it off, and I just made it, dredged it, and made it so that now I can have a ship that goes from Satigo to Jaquila and across to Watobia. And if you're sitting there going, I have no clue what you're talking about, last few vids, check it out. They're okay. I'm not going to say they're amazing because, again, you don't see that many buildings. So this is Jala. I don't think I've updated this map because I'm pretty sure I have some. I have a huge building here, I'm pretty sure. And this one, I think I have some small houses. I can't remember now. This is part of the Redlands. And so you have your canal cut. This is a huge mosque, which, again, I didn't build. Somebody else built. What'll happen is people come over. Hey, I want to build in Minecraft. Yeah, sure. Here, have a build here, and then somebody I'll come back and I'll be like, ooh, wow, you built something. Or again, some people have imported stuff. I don't know. I don't care. I don't keep track. I just like, hey, add to my world. It looks cool. That's really about it. This is Portlock. This is Falcon Ridge. Some of my bigger cities. Bluestown is up here. And again, Bluestown Port, which takes up the Northern Ocean. This is where my stadiums are. I actually have two stadiums. Again, you can see the seating, and then part of it is covered. So this is where I have it, where you can fight with a friend, basically. whatever. I think we have like catapults in here, although they're not very good. But you can bomb the crap out of each other, and then you can go into like the sort of locked area that's protected by bedrock, so it won't explode. And you can press a button, and then everything resets. So for this, because there's actually two stadiums, there's one here. So this is like an ice race place. I actually have another place for racing along, because if you don't know, blue ice is the fastest ice in the game. Pretty sure you all know that if you're watching this. So there's another one here in Watobia. I'm probably going to check that out next week because I forgot to cover it last week. So this is my major port in the Central Ocean. I actually have two of these. So I have this one, which is in the town jurisdiction of Iliad, and then I have another one across, which is Dunbar. So those are my two major ports. This is a huge suspension bridge here. And this is only like 1,500 blocks east of Towerland. Where, like, again, this goes like 60,000 blocks this way. So maybe I better, else this video's, what, we're at 11 minutes already? Oh my gosh, this video is going to go like half an hour. No, okay, we got to hurry up. Okay, so we got Cross, which, again, we have my first cut from the Central Ocean over to the Eastern Ocean. I don't even remember what these lakes are called because there's really not much here. We have my second cut to, I think this is the Lake Hoss, just because this city is Hoss. And then this is Argon or Algon, or I have no idea. As you can tell, I just name a place, and then we come out into part of the Eastern Ocean, which, again, I haven't really mapped this. This map doesn't do it justice because, as you can see on the regional maps, let's go back here. Yeah, I know, I'm going to be quick, trust me. The Eastern Ocean is huge, okay? It goes all the way up here, and it goes all the way down. We don't even know where this arm leads, and it goes all the way to here. So I've done it absolutely no justice with my individual small maps, zoomed in maps. But anyhow, this is a bridge. Again, there's a tunnel that goes under here. This is Vilken. Again, we've cut through. So this allows boats to go through. Eventually, this is going to be gone. So you're only going to have here, which is like a port, and then a port here, and this bridge is going to be gone. They're slowly taking it apart. And then, of course, for now, if you want to go through the Eastern Ocean, you would cut down here because this is a small bridge here. And then, of course, you keep going along the King's Golden Highway. I think there's a place called Cavern Hills here. I think this is Skyridge or something like that. This is the pyramid place with two huge barracks, like castles. This is Outro. I'm just trying to remember what some of the places are. Again, we're still the Eastern Ocean, but like I got to fill all this in. I got to build more cartography centers. And again, I have the room for it. As you can see, we've gotten now into, yeah. So once we reach here, we've gotten into where it gets smaller, my cartography center. That's Port Lock, by the way, in Falcon Ridge to the east, but you can't really see it because I don't zoom out enough. And then Towerland's obviously there. Eventually, I want to have this so everything will be the same roof level, but that's going to take a few years, I figure. So I might be gone by then. So, which if I sell my map, maybe somebody can continue it or whatever. Or maybe AI will allow you to continue it. Who knows? That would be pretty cool. If somebody's playing my map in like 100 years, that would be cool. So yeah, so this is Masavi. I don't even remember what it's called, but anyways, so we go through here, and the map keeps going, and this is my underground city. It's literally like 40 blocks under the ocean, and this is like the gold tower, which I built all out of gold, and I thought it looks cool. And then you have the underground city, which is pretty big because it goes from here all the way down here, and then of course there's a stairwell out. This is my prison. This is Wolfton, I think I call it, which is 16,000 blocks east of Towerland. This is a huge warehouse that just sort of, it's sort of like, because this is front, there's 1,000 blocks to the east, and so in case this is ever attacked, this is where stuff from the east sort of is put, and they sort of set it up so that it's close enough to Watobia that it's near the jail, near troops, and it's a stop-off point for if you're coming to front, but it's far enough away that if front gets raided, no big deal. Again, we haven't had any raids this close in, according to my lore. This is the town of King that said they were going to join us, and then they changed their mind. There used to be a jurisdiction called Queen here, but that was destroyed. This is the Fort of Dundas, which is supposed to protect the area. This is Cole, and from here we go across this lake, which eventually, this is not going to be here. I'm just going to have a road that goes down from Dundas and links up with Bayview and Leslie and whatever these places are called. I don't remember most of them. And then this brings us to one of our 3 or 4 wood mansions along the way. And then of course it keeps going. There's a huge suspension bridge here. This is Bridgeton, I think it's called. And then this, I forget what that one's called, Sprite Forest or something like that. This is a really cool, again, it's sort of the gateway to the east, because from here the road starts getting dangerous, and so you're better off taking a ship from now, according to the lore. And you have some cool statues here as well, which, well, I like. There's a town that's being slowly built here, and another port here, and again, it's being built because this town was, if I'm not mistaken, this is the town that was raided. Yeah, this was the town that was raided and destroyed by rebels, according to the lore. There's another bridge that goes all the way up, or sorry, road that goes all the way up here, which there's something about it, and I don't remember what. So you're gonna have to check my videos. Again, I've basically gone through every jurisdiction over the last 2 years, so there's gonna be a video about it. And again, it's along or north of my King's Golden Highway. From here, the villages are about 1,000 out. This is Amos, which I think recently got walls. Yeah, they have walls because they were attacked as well, and so they reinforced themselves. This is, I think it's called Barnabas, which this whole area is barracks, and of course you have a machine gun here. I think you have 2 machine guns in this area, but it's pretty cool. This is Valridge, which is really the last safe city to go to, and then from there you can go to a dock, which is part of it, and then you can go further east. Else you get to go through the hills, expect to get robbed as you go through the hills, and then you reach the jurisdiction of Caliente, which allows small boats to head here, and there's a warehouse here, which allows goods to be transported from Valridge to Caliente. And if you're like, what are these roads? These roads are roads by rebels who like to raid this area, and the area is not safe, and of course the area is I don't remember how far it is out, but it's pretty far. I want to say 18, 19,000 blocks. I might be off. Maybe it's only 17,000, but it's far. And so sending troops out here, it's just not really worth it. Especially now we have a road system and a way to get there that's safer. So why would we do that when we can just take ships? At least that's the government's idea. Forget what this village is called. This is Earlton. This is a very influential village because they've built this waterway, and they plan on extending it to here, putting a suspension bridge here, and basically linking the eastern, I think that's the Eastern Ocean. I don't even remember where I am now, with this lake, which then links to other waterways to the east. From here, the Golden Highway changes. The Golden Highway goes north. It used to go east, but then it sort of died here because people were attacked by, according to the lore, indigenous groups that lived in here and weren't happy with us clear cutting their forest, their jurisdiction. So they attacked. There was conflict, and so these bridges are unfinished. As you can see, you can even see the sort of pillars for the bridges, and they've been sort of left as there. So for now, it used to be that you would go here. This is far side or something like that, and then you would go north. But since then, Earlton has built a road system that goes all the way up to, I forget what this is called, Pearson or something like that, and then all the way south, and then brings you. You actually have to go back to Revelpots, which Revelpots was supposed to attach to here through the forest, but that no longer happens. And then from Revelpots, you can also go down here, and this is across the lake to here. And as you can see, we still have a lot of road to go. Where am I? 21 minutes. Okay. I'm going to do this in under 30. That's the goal. So this is Revelpods. From here, we start going east. And again, the jurisdictions start getting smaller. This is another one. I don't even know why this road breaks up into two. Oh, yeah. This was the tunnel when it was first built. And then, again, the tunnels, according to the lore, started seeping. So we're worried about it collapsing. So we built another, we meaning the Yellite Nation, built another road. And that links us, again, the tunnel is here to here through the jungle, but that links us to, I think this is Ace or Aces. And then, of course, the road keeps going. And I don't remember what this place is called. And this is on the orange border. So this is the orange lands. Eventually the goal is to go further north, but there's a pillager's outpost somewhere here. So we're probably going to go back and go from Aces. Haven't decided yet, or we might decide to go around this way. Again, haven't decided yet. That's in the future, far in the future. But the Orange Lands, again, there's waterways here, but they have their own cities. And what the Orange Confederation is a bunch of, according to the lore, a bunch of cities that have banded together to commence trade with one another, as well as, if possible, very flexible, provide help in times of military crisis. So as you can see, there's a bunch of villages here, and then the capital, which is along this ocean, and I don't know what the ocean is called. Let's call it the T-Shore Ocean for now, just because this village, which is their capital, is called T-Shore, because if Minecraft ever allows tea, it will be a place where they get tea from they grow it, and it's iced tea, and yeah, whatever. Uh, Again, I have creative imagination. We got a tunnel underneath here, so this keeps going, and then you get to the I forget what this nation is called. This village is called Warfield or something like that. The Orange Confederation wanted it, set up an outpost, and then they were taken over by, or they joined whatever nation this is. They have a really cool cartography center. I think I did a nice job with it. The rest of the town is meh, but the cartography center looks really nice. So, and then there's this place, which is they're putting ooh, that didn't sound nice. Sounded like some skeletons behind the wall. They're building domes. Um, and so I'm hoping to build more domes, and so this whole area becomes domes, and they build cities, sort of like if you've ever read the Foundation series by Asimov. If you haven't, you're into science fiction, check it out. Great book. I don't get any royalties off of pitching of promoting it. I'm just saying it's a good book. So the idea is to start building huge domes here, and the city will expand. Um, And then, of course, we keep going. There's another city here. I don't know what it's called. Another town here. Don't know what that's called. And then their capital, which is not even close to being done. But I have finished the walls, and the walls are pretty cool because they have murder holes and like places to shoot arrows from all along. I so hope eventually Minecraft brings in NPCs, or we can bring in NPCs, because I'd love this whole wall to be covered with NPCs, and you come towards it and you have to dodge all these arrows. I think that would be so cool. Probably would need a better computer because it would lag your computer when you get a few steps in. But that's kind of the idea for this, because it's set up with so many murder holes. Like entering the city would be like impossible. This is to the Nethers. And again, this keeps going. This is a road that ends. Can't remember if there's a pillager's outpost, probably. And so it was the road was supposed to go across here. It never did, and so it goes up here. And then this is where this nation ends. I don't even remember what they're called, but as you can see, the Yellite nation, because they sent settlers to the east to settle and set up places, and so they bypassed all of this because these guys were already settled. And hey, this is a good area for fishing, and they set up a town here. And then down here, well, this is a great place for mining, so they set up another place here. And hey, we can set up this place and have some fish, and maybe we'll build our boats here, and we can put a canal through here, and then there's another village there. And so the Yellite nation has grown, and it's actually in two different places. This is about 50,000 blocks now. I think 50,000. Maybe it's 30,000 to the east. As long as I'm close there, eh? 30,000, 50,000. Ugh, sounds like I'm a. I don't know math. That's another village there. There's a story behind that. I can't remember. And then, oh yeah, this is this ocean where um, there's like, this is an underground city. I don't even have it mapped. I really should. And then you can go to the south here where there's a port, and of course, um, boat traffic comes in through this canal here. And then it stops here. I forget what this place is called. This is a major center. And then you keep going. This is like a suspension bridge above the canal. And then there's a town here, and a town here, and a town here with a port. But this is and then there's a port here. And then, of course, there's a tunnel which goes here. But this is as far as this goes. Now, you might say, well, hold on, that's not 65,000 blocks. Well, that's true, because the yellow highway, the King's Golden Highway, whatever you want to call it, it's a yellow highway, keeps going. This was supposed to be a major city, and then, well, this city built their ports first, and so it's not. Really cool fishing village here. And then another place up here, with a village that's not part of the Elite Nation. Um, and then, and as you can see, like, my map wall is like 500 blocks long. This is another ocean where they make ships. I think this is where you have the one building like Boston Pizza. So if you remember that video. And then, of course, this is Springland, and I remember that because it's such a long winter area. And then this is eventually supposed to be a suspension bridge. They take this out so boats can go from here to here, like huge ships. Forget what that place is called. And then, oh yeah, that's another nether portal. This is so small boats can go to the ocean up there. I don't even know what city that is called. Same with that. This is another ocean. I remember that. Don't remember what that's called either. Nope. And as you can see, we're still going. um, more bridges. Oh yeah, this is the second of our wood forest mansions. This is going to be a huge city once I build it. Nice little cartography place here. And really that's it, and a place for boats. This is 48,000 blocks east. I remember that. Uh, I built it, you figure I would remember more, but it's been a while. I don't even remember what those villages are called. This is where the road used to end, and so you used to take small boats here, but then they extended it through the mountains, the King's Golden Highway, and I have no idea why these two roads end there. Pretty sure this is a huge suspension bridge over a huge gorge, though, if I remember correctly. And then it keeps going. We got a tunnel here, and then this is another canal. And you have a village here. And then I think these are mainly all small towns along this route. This one's pretty big. This is a lake. This is not an ocean. Again, I usually don't build out here, so I don't even know, because most of these areas were settled by boats, and then I just built a road to link them all. So, I'm serious. I just went exploring with boats and overland, and then I just built this stuff. I don't even remember what this is. Yeah, yeah, I don't. Oh yeah, this is a village that is not part of the Elite Nation. They've said they will once we open up ship traffic so they can travel to Towerland. So we're doing that. But oh yeah, this is a wall because there's another village up here that is really angry that we've built this bridge, because this bridge blocks them from getting huge boats in, and so they don't like us, and so this village also wants us to protect them, really wants us to wipe them out. So we might in the future. I don't know. And then this is around 59,000 blocks. This is like the extent of our roads once we build it. Don't you just love the wandering traveler? And this, I don't remember what this place is. This is our walled city. I want to say it's called Effie. This is definitely 60,000 blocks exact. And then, oh yeah, this is where the lights stop, because I forget why in terms of the lore. And then this is as far as our road goes. Although we are starting to build it further because, well, I got nothing better to do. And as you can see, we're in Port Lock now. Yeah, so that's our huge road system. Eventually, I want it so that it'll be all the way down there and all the way as high as the roof is. Not here, but it goes higher further up. So, and as you can see, I have it set up so that we can link with all the other cartography centers. So, but yeah, I hope you like this video. I like updating just to sort of see the progress of my Minecraft world. We're 32 minutes in, going to be 33, so I was close. Let's take a view of Towerland. Such a beautiful city. I should build more buildings, though. But anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. Just wanted to give you an idea of what my world looks like if you're not familiar with it, or again, you saw the last cartography video from year and 3 months ago, so I figured I'd update that. But anyhow, please please subscribe if you made it this far. Thank you so much for watching the whole video, and I hope you check out my next video. I'm going to continue with my shipping routes tour, and that's one where we go from Watobia to Jala, which is really short, so it won't cover much, but it will cover the city of Jala, which has been heavily updated since the last video, so a few years ago. Thanks for watching. Later.